of Eat My Onions versus Anonymous Alex to determine who's going to be getting one of those final spots in the top 8 here at the trial of Ymir.
And I'm gonna pretend to be Nostradamus for a second here. A common theme for a lot of these players that have been playing on whatever device previously, right? You've been playing on 60 hertz, maybe even less. Whenever you swap over to PC, they usually have some of the deadliest neutral game that this game has to offer. So we're gonna have to wait and see what that's all about. But Anonymous Alex so far has been putting some big dents into the HP of Eat My Onions.
All right, let's see. Eat My Onions trying to get a hit here, gets caught by the down tick. Anonymous Alex with the weapon throw. Probably a hammer recovery to follow, not able to get it. Eat My Onions though, really making use of this Devil Jin.
Okay.
That's going to be the stock. Won't be able to get the touch on the stage. Anonymous Alex looking decently comfortable. This isn't the first time we've seen Zariel on the screen today.
You got the triple exclamation mark. Anonymous Alex running over with the boop with the GC sidelight. He gets back up with another boop with the light, and you're thrown off stage. Some of the funniest things that you get to see now that you have those triple exclamation marks coming out so much earlier. Anonymous Alex making good use of it, able to pick up that early stock, and still already, I mean, picking up so much damage. This is Terra's strength for you right here, baby.
Hey, let's see. So far, not quite working out here. Anonymous Alex is going to lose that stock. Let's see if Eat My Onions can mount a little bit of a comeback here, as they are trailing behind by just a little bit in damage, but it is Terra, so I don't expect that to necessarily remain the case, especially if Anonymous Alex gets a swing here or there. That could very easily be a lead.
Eat My Onions, able to pick up that side light, following it up with the end light as well. Neutral signature isn't going to be connecting. Try to get that jump read, but Anonymous Alex staying quite grounded here, trying to sniff out those side lights to get some good damage, but it's not working. Not this time around. Eat My Onions able to get past it, picking up that D light. Side signature not connecting either. Gets that Sair, gets that turnaround combo with a beautiful execution of that combo. It's going to be the stock. Eat My Onions in a lead here.
All right, here we go. Able to transition this into a lead. Anonymous Alex started off really strong, but here an opportunity for an edge guard. Eat My Onions gets a juggle instead. We'll take all the damage we can get. Anonymous Alex kind of hitting some air molecules with that down sig. There was nobody home to get hit by that one. And it's looking like this might be Eat My Onions' game unless Anonymous Alex can turn things around. That side air is a good start, but it's not going to lead to the knockout here. A nice aggressive nair and the recovery to close out the game. Eat My Onions taking a bite out of Anonymous Alex, man. Is Eat My Onions about to make it all the way into top 8 on the debut?
Ooh. It's early to tell, Flambo. It's very, very early to tell. I know that you have said earlier you take very great care in using in what words you decided to use, so that you can't end up being wrong. But Eat My Onions, I will say, it was convincing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know. Anonymous Alex started off looking pretty strong there, but Eat My Onions really was able to answer back, and now it's really making me start to think, like, is this the next coming? You know, there's part of me that's like, I have to believe that there are just people out in the world that are filthy, disgusting, nasty at Brawlhalla, but just decided to never, ever enter a tournament. Because it has happened before. And for anyone who plays ranked in Brawlhalla, you know that there are these monsters of players on the ladder that just choose to never enter BMG official tournaments, but they are out there. Yesterday when I was talking about Tekken and how we didn't know about Mena was packed with a bunch of godlike Tekken players, but they never knew. Kind of the same thing over here. But then there's another part of me that's like, there's no way someone's this filthy, right? Like, I'm willing to believe that, you know, there's a good player. Maybe they can get top 32, but already guaranteed 9th place? Could they go further? Am I bugging? Is this actually happening?
Yeah, I mean, only time will tell. we have, it appears, a lot of this talent, as you mentioned. I think it's super interesting, right? The entire paradigm of so many console players swapping over to PC and popping off. There's something about that environment, something about the console environment that just facilitates such amazing players. We've seen it time and time again. We've seen Delta, right? We have, I believe, Mooner and Gesture, or it's at least one of them. The other one was always on PC, but I always forget which one was which. Godly used to play on controller and I believe console. Anonymous Alex, wouldn't be surprised if he was also a console. But is there any player? It's starting to become like a 50-50 at this point in the top echelons of the gameplay. And also, I mean, as of recently, we got some mobile players coming in out of nowhere as well, since the game has developed to that point now. But we are going into our second game here, and Anonymous Alex, I believe, after a quick game restart, maybe double checking those launch options, we are going to be going into our second game.
Let's see, Anonymous Alex trying to have a bit better of a game two here, forcing Eat My Onions into the corner and holding a good chunk of weight, especially when you have a bow hanging on the ledge like that. You do have to stand a fair bit further back so you don't have to deal with the risk of getting caught by bow recovery. And Anonymous Alex, obviously a veteran of the game, understands that spacing and is trying to execute in that manner, but now has lost center stage, as Eat My Onions, his offense has been really tough for Alex to deal with.
Able to pick up that Nair, but it's not going to be enough. Thrown back onto the ground, and Anonymous Alex is dominating a lot of space right here. Eat My Onions able to pick up that N-Light, pushing Anonymous Alex away. He wants to try and play that aerial game, but I mean, you're against the hammer. That Nair, you can, the drift on it especially, have you seen the size of that hitbox?
Yeah, it's massive. Especially if you do like a dash jump, fast fall, reverse snare, you're able to cover so many options with that. Eat My Onions, though, not shy by any means, very confidently getting that first stock. Anonymous Alex trailing behind yet again here, but honestly not too far behind. The Sayer should do it, and yeah, now we're back to an even game. This has not gone skewed in the favor of either of the combatants thus far, but Eat My Onions definitely has the least to lose because there's no pressure here. You've never made it this far before, right? So if you lose now, it's like, wow, what an amazing run. No one has any expectations of you. Meanwhile, Anonymous Alex has been in the game for a little bit, right? When you have more skin in the game, you feel like you have more to prove. The moment you start losing, it's like, oh, Anonymous Alex is washed. You lost to some no-name that nobody heard about. And so I can understand how that pressure can affect the way you play.
I mean, we mentioned this, I believe, yesterday, where if you have one of these players getting an amazing breakout performance, this is a really, really impactful day, right? It's one of the most pivotal moments in their entire Brawlhalla career, whereas for the seasoned player they're going up against, you know, this is just a Sunday. But we do get to a certain point, which I believe we have reached at this point. If you have a guy called Eat My Onions taking down some of the best talent that NA has to offer going into this game. I mean, Eat My Onions, he's playing this game with a smile on his face. Anonymous Alex is probably getting a bit nervous.
Yeah, all right, especially like, I don't know what Eat My Onions' goal is with Brawlhalla. For some people, it's just to have fun. For some people, it's to be the best in the world. Eat My Onions, it's looking like it's do as much damage as I can and try to maybe clip Anonymous Alex, because look at all of these nairs and strings. Eat My Onions is going absolutely ballistic onto Anonymous Alex right now.
Looked like Anonymous Alex had a good grasp of the game. Eat My Onion said, hold up, I still have gauntlets. I'm going to be able to get you in a quick 5-piece, make it a 6-piece, make it a 7-piece. And at this point, he's so close to finding the knockout. The recovery is going to be enough. And that is 2-0 on the board. We mentioned it earlier. Anonymous Alex, the sweat is building up as Eat My Onions is one game away from entering top 8 in the first tournament that they play in.
Man, I don't know how to feel about this. A guy named Eat My Onions not only has been clapping up Anonymous Alex in the first 2 games, clapped up Anonymous Alex so convincingly that Anonymous Alex has been forced onto Jae Yun. No hammer, no axe.
I don't know I don't know how to feel about this plan, but I'm not sure when last, if at all, I saw Anonymous Alex off Terros on the Jeyun of all legends. We see no axe here in the entire lobby. We see no hammer in the lobby. And Eat My Onions is still just as lethal with this aerial bow gameplay. But what do we really know Eat My Onions for? Well, we don't know him for much. But if there's one thing I've been able to pick up from this game, it's that this guy's gauntlets are absolutely insane. So I'm waiting. I'm looking at that weapon. I'm looking at the weapon on the ground, and I'm waiting to see when it's going to be picking it up.
Yeah, I'm like curious to see, because my personal opinion has always been that I believe Greatsword loses to bow, right? And so we have, you know, Eat My Onions taking the first stock. Anonymous Alex, I believe, has a Greatsword queued up here. There it is. And I don't know. That's going to be a delay. And yeah, just like it racks up. I don't know if Anonymous Alex has the tenure here on this weapon to really make the difference. But we'll see. I don't want to count him out by any means. I am just nervous for him.
Pick up that end light on the landing. Has the bow in hand, able to pick up that side light, gets this air as well. More and more damage getting built up. You're looking at a knockout soon. Recovery isn't going to be connecting. Tries to get the landing. Anonymous Alex, he's maneuvering around the aerial gameplay, trying to control the ground. But now that Eat My Onions is on gauntlets, you're going to have a little bit of a harder time.
Okay. A little bit too aggressive for Eat My Onions there with that unarmed D-Light. If it hit, though, it would have connected to an unarmed ground pound, and that would have been a really good spot to try and edge guard from. But despite that, Anonymous Alex still has a whole lot of work to do here. You get caught by a side air, now you're forced to the corner. A reverse! Why even go for the reverse sensing? You know, Anonymous Alex is thinking the same thing. It's like, why did you pick that option, bro? Who are you? What is this player? Is this like is this LDZ Smurf? Like, who is this guy? And the answer is no, it is not LDZ Smurf. This is a person that you've never heard of, but an actual person, for real. I promise. It just there are people out in the universe, in the ether, that you have just never heard of. And Eat My Onions has already cemented themselves in Brawlhalla history.
You're right about that one. And the ground pound going all the way down, keeping composure. We've been saying time and time again, right? Eat My Onions. At this point, he's not worried. He's not nervous. He's playing with a smile on his face. He's going for ground pounds down there. It's Anonymous Alex that's getting worried.
Oh, man. And he's going blow for blow still. No punish there, but can Eat My Onions get back? Anonymous Alex manages to line up the ground pound, and honestly, that was very clutch, because if I think Eat My Onions got back onto the stage there, I think he would have gotten a lot more extra damage. So it's a good thing that Anonymous Alex was able to stop the bleeding early, but even onto this next stock is still kind of getting beat up here. I would love Anonymous Alex to force this to a game number 4, but Eat My Onions looks way too comfortable. Almost goes for a wild play there. Anonymous Alex is able to stop it, trying to get some momentum going. Can he stay alive in this elimination side of the bracket?
Picking up a lot of stray hits here. Scrambling to find those last pieces that are going to be able to complete the puzzle for him. Gets that end light grounded. You see him hovering over Anonymous Alex as he's trying to edge guard from above. Just to get the landing, but Anonymous Alex gets that side light. There comes out.
We're waiting.
D-light.
There it is!
Oh!
Oh no!
Anonymous Alex with a triple exclamation mark!
Jokes a fat one! No! Not like
Eat
this.
My Onions in a bittersweet manner! That is going to be Eat My Onions getting top 8 in the first tournament that they play in. What is going on? What an ending! It's just such